Hey, ladies. So the really great side effect to helping to raise awareness of lipedema with my friends, my family, and the community has been a lot of questions and a lot of direct messages. And so I figured what I would do is create this video just to share some of the answers to those common questions that people have been asking. Very first one being, okay, great. I think I've got lipedema. I've taken the quiz. It appears that I probably have it. Now what do I do? How do I get a formal diagnosis? So the first thing I would say is that the more important question is, why do you need a diagnosis in the first place? For many of you who are watching this, you're in the US, you're in Canada, OHIP doesn't cover it, Medicare doesn't cover it. You know, it's not covered by insurance companies, so why do you need a diagnosis in the first place? So the first reason would be that many lipedema surgeons won't actually accept you as a patient unless you do have a formal diagnosis, because many of them will only operate on women who do have lipedema. So that's number one. Number two is many women, or I shouldn't say many, but a few women have been able to appeal insurance companies once surgery is done with a formal diagnosis and a record of health challenges. And then the third thing, and this is kind of why I did it, is if in the future this is covered, I want to have that formal diagnosis and proof that I had this condition so that I can hopefully get reimbursed in the future. So then that leads me to the question that everybody asks, which is, what do I do now? So in order to get a formal diagnosis, there's a number of different types of people that you can go and see. From my understanding, you can see a phlebotomist. I went to go see a vascular surgeon. And for those who are local to me, which means that you're in Burlington or near Burlington, Ontario, Canada, I went to go see Dr. John Harlock at Hamilton Vascular Clinic in Hamilton, Ontario. You could go to a lipedema liposuction surgeon who could diagnose you. And then there's other women who have gone to lymphedema and lipedema clinics who have people who can diagnose you as well. So those are, from my understanding, the ways that you can get a formal diagnosis. Of course, the way that I did was through a vascular surgeon. Now, in order to see a specialist, ideally you'd want to be referred by your MD. For those of you in Canada like myself, it's the way that we can have any diagnostics and the cost of the consultation covered by OHIP. So the next big question that I was asked is, where did you go for surgery and how much did it cost? So I went to Poland for surgery to a place called Białystok, and it is a beautiful little town, kind of in between Warsaw, no, beyond Warsaw, so to the east of Warsaw. It was amazing. I went to go see Dr. Nowicka. And the reason why I chose her was I did a tremendous amount of research with all different types of surgeons. And what I was looking for was women with my body shape and women that were my size and what the before and afters looked like. And I was really looking for a surgeon who not only had the capability to remove all the lipedema and do it by lymph sparing, which is really important. So liposuction can further disrupt the lymphatic system. A well-trained lipedema surgeon will actually make sure that they're not hurting the lymph system any more than necessary. And so I was looking for somebody who, you know, took out all of the lipedema, but somebody that would leave the body with really good aesthetic results as well, because I was an early stage 1. Aesthetic look was very, very important to me. And I looked at a whole bunch of different people. I had 2 people on my short list, Dr. Burgos. Actually, I had 3, Dr. Burgos, Dr. Zarnecka, and Dr. Nowicka. And luckily, through a lot of persistence, I was able to get in with Dr. Nowicka, who had a 1-year waiting list. And I got in with her within 2 months. So how much did it cost? Well, all told, it was probably somewhere around $17,000 Canadian. However, the cost of surgery, the cost of the anesthesiologist, the cost of compression, and one night hospital stay was around 12,000 Canadian. So the rest of the cost was flight and getting in and around Poland, and my hotel and all of those other incidental costs. So that's approximately how much it cost, but it will really depend on who you select, what stage you're in, where you're going to be located. There are many surgeons who cost less. There are many surgeons who would have costed more because they would have broken up my surgery into multiple surgeries. With Dr. Nowicka, I had one surgery. I did full legs and upper arms, and she removed 7 liters of lipedema from my body. So that was also a very important consideration. So was her method of anesthetic. I wanted to do twilight. I didn't want to do general anesthetic, which she did. So all of those things were important to me, and it's important for you to understand what's important to you so that you can find the right surgeon for you. So I hope that helps, and I look forward to answering any other questions that you have. Thanks, ladies.